is always reflected in the production of artists and in arts organizations. And when we lose our way in terms of a conscience, if you will, of a society, it's often because we have forgotten to look for the heart-related things that make us who we are. So it's always important to remember that that's one of the primary functions of the arts, and it's one of the reasons why through the Young Artists Program we constantly send out ambassadors who speak the language of the arts and constantly bring this message forward. And it's one of the reasons that I do what I do and started this organization all those years ago, because I fear for the loss of arts education. So it's with the support of my board and other people who have been with us in the past, and all of you, and all the organizations in town that care about the arts, that we move this message forward. So I thank you for being here, because it means you support that very message. But now we turn to Taylor Yoon. Taylor Yoon is being accompanied by Lauren Yoon. And Lauren Yoon was one of my young artists twice, at the age of 12 and at the age of 14. If you don't mind, how old are we now?
19.
19, okay. And would you just stand up and talk to our friends a little bit? Because I wanted Lauren to discuss a little bit about what this program, how it impacted her in the times we were together. What concerto did we play?
When I was 12, we played Beethoven Concerto No. 2, Movement 3, and 14 was Chopin Concerto No. 2, Movement 3.
Okay, great. So tell us a little bit about your family, because it's a very musical family, obviously.
Yeah, so I grew up playing the piano, Taylor obviously cello, and we have a youngest sister, Ashley, and she plays the violin, so we formed the Yoon Trio.
Good name, very original.
Yeah, so we basically just go around to like retirement homes and other functions to perform together to benefit the community, because we always want to give through our music, so yeah.
That's awesome. So first of all, what was the experience like going through the process of the Young Artists debut process? I work with the kids for at least 3 months. They coach with me somewhere between 6 and 10 times, depending. And what do we do? What's our goal? And where did we start and where did we end up? And how did it impact you those times we worked together?
Right. So when I was 12, I had no experience playing with an orchestra, performing in front of a larger audience of more than like 100 people. So it was a very, I guess, eye-opening experience for me when I was 12. And I learned some of the most valuable things during coaching. One of the things that stuck with me was that there's no approximate number, so accuracy.
Oh yeah, the approximate telephone number.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Yes, and I think it's honestly one of the best experiences that I've ever had with music in my musical career. I'm currently studying at Peabody Conservatory in my 2nd year, and I still have all of the memories from Young Artist debut, performing with an orchestra twice, very fortunately. Yeah, and it was just a great experience overall.
Well, great. I'm thrilled that it's going well and that you're continuing in music. Lauren also has been a counselor, right, at our Metro Arts Kids Camp. The Kids Camp curriculum is actually what I started with in 1993. This is for 7 to 12-year-olds who go through music, theater, dance, and visual arts rotations every day, experience creative processes. We give them 2 creative concept words like instrument and improvise. We explore what those words mean through each of the disciplines in usually about 90-minute periods. They have to make work in each of the disciplines every day in order to get a sense of what those words mean. By the time they're done with a day of exploring instrument and improvise in 4 different disciplines, they've sort of taken on the information at a cellular level. And it's my hope that these lessons in creative processes stick with them, so that when they're up against other creative challenges, or what I call design challenges, they rely on some of the concepts of improvisation or play with the materials of the discipline, so that they can come up with innovative solutions, all the things that go along with trying to meet a challenge that has criteria associated with it. So that's part of what we do with the Young Artists Program, but it was the camp curriculum that started all of this back 26 years ago. And my friend, Dr. Howard Gardner of Harvard University, who developed his theory of multiple intelligences, It was his writings through the Project Zero nonprofit that they have at Harvard that got me started on this path of looking for ways to teach for creativity through the arts. So that's what that curriculum is about. That's where we started with the kids camp. We've seen over 4,000 kids in the 26 years of camp.
This will be 27th.
This will be the 27th camp. I'll know it's time to step down when some camper's kid appears at camp.
Very close.
And we're getting close. Second generation. If you were 12 in 1993, you're 37 now, and you could very easily
Seven.
So I'm on the lookout for the first one. There'll be balloons and confetti when we meet the first grand camper. But Lauren was on our faculty last year. We were at the Performing Arts Center. You'll be happy to know your tax dollars are well spent because the Portland Center for the Performing Arts, now known as Portland 5, gives us the use of the Newmark Theater building free and has for all these years. We're actually off the Newmark stage now, but we still get the facility for free for 2 weeks. We're also associated with Northwest Academy, the Northwest Academy, which is an arts-centered educational institution where we have 1 week of camp there. Camp is 3 weeks. I often have parents going, when you're having adult camp, because the kids have such a great time. But camp number 27, right, will be this year, 3 weeks in July. And, we hope to turn out more creative kids. I'll talk more about the other programs later, but I'd like to have the Yoon duo perform what piece, Taylor, is this?
I will be playing Sicilian by Gabrielle Fauré.
All right, Sicilian by Fauré. The concerto, we're going to do those Elgar, right?
Yeah.
First movement of the Elgar, Yeah.
First movement.
Of the Elgar cello concerto in E minor is what Taylor will play on April 5th. But for now, Fauré with the Yoons.